In this new world disorder, we are going to be discussing what Dollar Tree is doing. It's the climate, Bible prophecy, and I had to remind myself to brush my teeth and wash my ass. All right, so the only reason I'm talking about Dollar Tree is because some of us live in food deserts. If you don't know what a food desert is, look it up. Now, so in this new world disorder, we are going to be discussing what Dollar Tree is doing. It's the climate, Bible prophecy, and I had to remind myself to brush my teeth and wash my ass. All right, so the only reason I'm talking about Dollar Tree is because some of us live in food deserts. If you don't know what a food desert is, look it up. Now, so thing's supposed to be $1, you know what I mean, up in there, but now they're saying they're going to move to Dollar Tree Plus. They might flip the whole store, or some stores that have a dollar plus section, they say. Right? So, you know, things are going up. Now, that reminded me of this one time I was invited to a barbecue. I go to the people's house and we drinking beer, lots of beer. I go in the house to get another one. I look on the counter and what's over there? There's a bowl. Of course, what do? We always look in the bowl. I just look over there and I thought it was fruit rollers. Who the fuck is watering up some fruit roll up, or it look like a fucking Dr. Scholl's and shit. But little did I know that was some dollar store steaks. Okay. If you know me, you know I'm out there, I'm laughing, I'm cutting up. And I said, you gonna put them on it. They got the nerve to fire the grill. They was gonna put them things on there, and shit's gonna you have to crumble up. They was crumbling up like bacon. You know what I mean? Like it was thin. And you shouldn't be eating that shit no way. I saw in the video how much sodium is, that water that's up in it and stuff like that. But it's to get you high blood pressure and all that shit, man. You gotta stop eating that shit. But a lot of us eat out of the dollar store. So to make the move to dollar plus, it's gonna hurt. Prepare yourself. Now we was talking about climate change, folks. It ain't no climate change. There ain't nothing going on. But if you pay attention to Greenland up there, the motherfucker's melting. Okay, it's melting. It's hot. It's hot where you at now. It's hot all the time. Y'all know me out on the beach. It's hot. It's hot. When it melts, and even they said the Gulf Stream is starting to slow down. That's bad news too. Now, a lot of things come with the climate change. You ain't able to farm no more. That's why I was talking about fire, flood, famine. If your shit's on fire all the time and you can't grow nothing, it's too hot. Your crops ain't, growing and carrying on. How can you feed these animals? How you gonna feed them? You ain't. So now, we gotta start eating up some other shit. Okay? You gotta start eating up some other shit. Guess what? Now you can't grow nothing. There's countries that can't, their livelihood is off of agriculture. And if they can't grow nothing, they gotta do what? Mass migrate. That's another fucked up thing. Because now the people gotta come up to where everybody else at. You know what I mean? That's what people come up. You see people coming to, America and shit, and like they going to fucking Europe and shit. It's fucked up. Mass migration is gonna be a problem. And I believe that this weather is just gonna get worse. I believe it's Bible prophecy. All right. Now what? Hold on a second. All right, I had to dig up this Bible verse, right? just because it's not me talking, it's in the Bible. Y'all can get whatever book y'all have. But, for the people who don't even deal with the Bible, I'm going to be reading from the Good News Bible, because that's the first Bible I read out of boredom in jail. And it was a fantastic story all the way through. That's the only way I read the whole Bible. And the Bible is the only book people say that they read, but they haven't read the whole thing. Now, I need to, tighten up on it, get back into it, but that's what I'm trying to do now. So whatever book you got, whatever version you want to read, go to Luke 21, verse 25 through 26. In the Good News version, it goes like this. There will be strange things happening to the sun, the moon, and the stars. On earth, whole countries will be in despair, afraid of the roar of the sea and the raging tides. People will faint from fear as they wait for what is coming over the whole earth, for the powers in space will be driven from their courses. Man, you know what? Looking at, I might as well keep on going. Going back to Luke 21, 27. This is out of the Good News Bible. Then the Son of Man will appear coming in a cloud with great power and glory. When these things begin to happen, stand up and raise your heads, because your salvation is near. Then Jesus told them this parable. Think of the fig tree and all the other trees. When you see their leaves beginning to appear, you know that summer is near. In the same way you see these things happening, you will know that the kingdom of God is about to come. Does anybody else know any Bible verses that pertain to weather? Go ahead, leave a comment. All right, man, I want to talk about some hygiene, you know what I mean? Because I encountered some people that reminded me I had to remember to brush my teeth and wash my ass every day. Brush your teeth twice or whatever, people at least hit, mouthwash, hit your tongue. You got to brush your tongue, you know what I mean? You got to wash, you got to bathe, man. You got to. Because, if I show up at 4:30 in the morning to the job smelling like I already played 6 quarters of football, or wrestling 101 Dalmatians and shit like that at 4:30 in the morning, that's a wake up call for a motherfucker, if I'm stinking like that, and I gotta know something that people aren't gonna tell me, that I smell like shit or I stink. So I gotta, sniff every once in a while, bucket, say I'm working in the back of the truck, I might just want to sniff to see if the truck stink, then it might be me. Cause you can't, you know what I mean? Because the people gonna be like, you know how people are, they be, they talk about you, that motherfucker stinking, and everybody know that you stinking but you. And that's kind of your fault too. Because you got to know that you didn't bathe. Everybody, how you fuck? You got to know you didn't wash your ass. So when you come around and you got people stinking, that's to me considered ass shit. Because I'm telling you, man, my stomach was hurting. And I try to throw hints like, man, what you been eating? Some lime and chili ramen? What you been, you know what I mean? Because you wasn't eating that at 4:30 and try to get your brain to think like, why would you say that? Lime and chili, what, something stink, do something smell like lime and chili around here? Do it, sniff, something. But, then the second day, you come back to work like that, if I come back to work like that the second day, and I know I done worked a shift, I done unloaded trucks, I done sweated so much that my shirt stuck to me and my whole short set wet. Don't even get a ride home, and I walk home and shit. And then come back the next day and then work on top of that again, you know what I mean? And then go home and don't bathe and then come back the next day. See, that's like sweat and dirt on top of not bathing, you know. I'll make it hard on people. You know, so, and I know nobody wants to tell me because it's hard to go tell a grown person, like, brush your teeth or wash your ass. So I got to know they not finna come tell me. It's up to me. I got to police myself. I got to understand. So there's another side of me that knows if that's happening, you know, you might need to be nice to the person because the person might be homeless or might not be able to take a fucking shower or something. You understand? So that's when, you know, I'm thinking about just doing it. Well, you know, all they got, you know, maybe I think somebody called to me and say, hey man, because that's what fucks shit up. Because you come back, you like, damn, I'm making fun of this motherfucker. And this motherfucker ain't got no house. Ain't got no housing. So it's a fine line. I say after about 2 days or something like that, you know, step to them and ask if they all right. They're part of their living situation. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you got to do that. Because I've seen people, you know, they don't have no awareness. Like, you know, this one person had like tartar and shit like all the way down and was like eating a sandwich right in front of me. And I'm thinking like, God, I'm gonna take a bite of that sandwich and like hand it up like maggots falling. Like I don't want to eat nothing behind you. Are you fucking? Yeah, man. So I think, you know, bad hygiene. Sometimes I think it's a cry for help. You know what I mean? Like motherfucker, I can't wash my ass. That's why I'm embarrassed to ask you. Can I borrow some motherfucking soap? You know what I mean? It might be that. So, you know, then you go to ask the motherfucker, hey, you want to take a shower? The motherfucker say, hell no. Now, we could roast him. We gonna roast it. We gonna talk about your motherfucking nasty ass. All right, for my brothers out there making moves, y'all doing good and stuff like that. You got your feet, you know, up under you, you're standing, man, you're sturdy, and you know what you got to do, and you got to do it daily. Right now, it's just a matter of waking up and just doing your thing, maintain. You know what I'm saying? Proud of you. Keep on going. That's motivation for me. For the homies that's out here that are depressed and all that like that, man, you need to have a bigger picture for yourself. You understand what I'm trying to say? Stop beating yourself up, man. We all fucked up. We all do that. But guess what? You can also bounce back. You need to think about yourself in a different light. You know what I mean? Even if it's just fantasy. That's what I do.